You want American history? We give you American history here from Boston as you look at the USS Constitution, one of the many iconic things that date back to the Revolution. Back in the 18th century, as we welcome you to Mariner baseball, to iconic Fenway Park. And tonight, the opener of a 3-game series, opener of a 6-game road trip. Good to have you with us. Dave Sims, there we are. Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. As we get you ready for action here, Rick Riz and company, Rick Riz and Gary Hill over on the radio side with Kevin Kremen. Let's take a look at the Mariners batting order for tonight's ball game.
Tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Austin Jackson, what a hot hitter. He'll lead things off in his Seager. Nelson Cruz, the DH. You can see his numbers here at Fenway Park. A .391 average with 6 home runs, riding a 21-game hitting streak. Then it's Cano, Smith, and Montero, the first baseman. Montero hitting 6. Logan Morrison will move out to left field and bat 7th. Miller and Sucre round out the 9 for the Mariners. For Joe Kelly, it's been a struggle since coming over for St. Louis. ERA just under 6 for him. 81 strikeouts to 35 walks and 93 2/3. Giving up 12 home runs this year. Opponents hitting a lofty .290 off of him. And our American Family Insurance defensive setup for the Red Sox. Jackie Bradley Jr. getting the start in left field. Betts out in center, Castillo in right. Sandoval, the third baseman. Bogarts and Holt playing up the middle. Travis Shaw, the first baseman, and Ryan Hannigan will do the catching.
Big news and sad news here in Boston. Torey Lovullo is taking over as interim coach, interim manager, about 4:21 today. John Farrell had a news conference in which he revealed that he has lymphoma. He went in for a hernia operation on Monday. Tuesday, the doctor said to go home. It turned out they had found a big mass at stage 1, and they were able to take it all out, and he's going to begin treatment on Tuesday, chemo treatment. John said that it's a surreal situation. He didn't feel any symptoms at all. It's been a shocker. I'm extremely fortunate that they caught this early. And my understanding, he says, is that the chemo treatment is going to take about 9 weeks. So Torey's going to take over the dugout, and he's going to do a great job. It has shaken this ball club to its core, obviously. And there were only 4 people that knew about it until John Farrell told people here today. And it was interesting. Joe Castiglione, a long-time and outstanding broadcaster, a good friend over on the radio side for Boston. I was downstairs in the clubhouse. He says, you may want to come to this news conference. I said, what are you talking about? He says, trust me on this. And I went over, and that was the news today. So, John, best wishes, our thoughts and prayers with you. Speedy recovery. David Ortiz and Dustin Pedroia spoke to the media. Those are the 2 leaders in the ball club, and obviously they said they were shaken, and they're pulling for him. Great love and respect for John Farrell, as well as Torey Lovullo, and they're really excited about having Torey run the show. 7 teams in the big leagues from 1988 to 1999, and Mike, you crossed paths with him once or twice during the course of your career.
Yeah, Torey, a former teammate of mine, a really good baseball man. He'll do a fine job while John is getting himself healthy. But it's a difficult situation, Dave. We talk about it all the time. These guys spend more time with their teammates and coaches during the 9 months than they do their own family. So to hear that news today, I'm sure was shocking to all of them. But the good news is John said they were able to catch it early, and hopefully things will go well for him.
Routine hernia surgery. Figured in, out, no problem. Godspeed. Best wish. First pitch of the ball game. Fastball to Austin Jackson for a called strike 1. Alan Porter's the home plate umpire tonight with Ryan Blackney at first, Mark Ripperger at second, and Brian O'Neill at third.
As you take a look at Joe Kelly tonight, he has one of the best fastballs in the big leagues. His average fastball, average is right around 96 miles an hour. He can rush it up there, also mix in a slider and a changeup, occasional curveball from him. But you look at it, he obviously is getting a lot of a plate this year with his fastball. The league's hitting .304 against him off of his fastball. His changeup has been an effective pitch, just .189 against his changeup.
Austin Jackson goes fishing, comes up empty, strikeout victim, 1 away.
You look at his last outing, he really started to mix it up quite a bit. Typically, he was around 70% fastballs. In his last outing, he went 45%. This is the slider. He threw that quite a bit more in his last outing. It was effective for him. More changeups also, so he's going to try to keep the Mariners a little bit off balance and still use the good fastball.
It's been tough on the Mariners, allowing 1 run in 11 1/3 innings in 2 career outings. There's Kyle Seager. His catch of the foul ball will be remembered for a very long time in the annals of Seattle Mariner baseball. Big part of that no-hitter thrown by Hisashi Iwakuma a couple of days ago. Seager, a career hitter against the Red Sox, .361. This team in Texas, a couple of teams he feasted on during his career.
The Red Sox, 14 games under 500, but they've played well at home. Just 1 game under 500 here in their home ballpark.
22. A couple of years removed from a world championship, last place last year. And same thing this year. Injuries and the bullpen has really hurt him. Seager drives one deep to right center field. That ball is gone. A home run for Kyle Seager. And the Mariners have an early 1-0 lead. 17th homer, 46th RBI. And he just keeps pounding Red Sox pitching.
Well, Kyle obviously paying attention when Joe Kelly pitched against the Mariners in Seattle earlier this year. It was back in May 14th. Mariners getting just 1 earned run, but he jumps on the fastball, 95 miles an hour above the belt, turns on it, hits it out into the Red Sox bullpen or above it. Nice catch by the fan out there.
What was that number he had on the fastball? They're hitting 304 against his fastball.
304 against his fastball, and it's been a problem. And you can see the first 2 fastballs he had thrown were at the knees and on each corner of the plate, but the last one he ends up elevating, puts it in the middle of the plate, and then it gets hit. The league's also slugging .475 off of this fastball, so Kyle will add to that.
If Seager can give it a ride, no telling what Mr. Cruz might be able to do. Nelson 5 for 11 against Joe Kelly. More importantly, he's got a 21-game hitting streak working, longest in the American League right now. Good to see him back. Neck spasms 3 days ago. And this is his first return to action. Ball 1. Can't say enough about the year that Cruz is having. 3rd in batting, 1st in home runs, 1st in total bases, 2nd in hits, 3rd in multi-hit games. As hard as he hits the ball, we should definitely be alive up here.
Good plan. I know my chair slides to the right.
Yeah, and I got room to back, and then there's good ducking room too.
Nelson able to lay off of that slider in this at bat. So far, Kelly has topped out at 98 miles an hour.
Extra base hit in a 9-game run. Really good looking stretch there as Kelly bounces that one up and the count runs full.
And Kelly has struggled here at home. His ERA at a 6.27 here in this ballpark.
It's pretty typical of why they're having such a bad season here. 14 games under 500.
The other part about it with him too, which is a little bit surprising because he has the good slider, is right-handers hitting .317 with 8 of the 12 home runs that he's given up this year. Lefties hitting .263. So some reverse splits.
Carl Willis, pitching coach, was named to that position back in mid-May when the Red Sox came to Seattle, where they split a 4-game series. Chili Davis, seen left, is the hitting coach, and a real good one, has been for a long time.
One of the best in the business.
Carl Willis, let it eat. Payoff pitch.
Nelson really making him work. His next pitch will be 10 in the at-bat. A little bit of a breeze blowing straight out. Watching batting practice, the ball was flying out of here.
Cruz will take his walk. Let's take a look at our Coors Light cold hard facts. Most consecutive games reaching base safely versus the Red Sox. Mr. Seager added to his numbers. Mr. Maroney got Alvin Davis, A-Rod, Kyle, Ichiro, and Jr. Speaking of Jr., I was talking to Hall of Fame writer Peter Gammons before the game, and I said, Junior's going into the Hall of Fame next year. It's got to be unanimous. He says, it's got to, and he agreed. I said, you can't find any of your brethren there. I mean, come on. He said, why? He said, it should be as close to unanimous as we've ever seen. I said, well, that's good to hear. Here's Robinson Cano.
I think that he will and should get the highest percentage of votes, but I don't think it will be 100.
Just because of previous track records, right?
Yeah, just because nobody's ever done it, and there's going to be a writer or two out there. And part of the reason I understand somewhat, and that is they want to keep a couple of the other guys on the ballot so they'll vote for them, knowing that Junior's going to go in. But still, I don't want to be that guy not to vote Junior.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Robinson Cano has enjoyed success here at Fenway, as has Seager. .334 batting average. 12 homers and 64 runs batted in, of course, obviously, from his many days with the Yankees.
Well, we talked a lot about the Mariners. They've won their last 3 series. They split a 4-game series with Minnesota. But I think a big part of that is what we're seeing again here tonight. They're doing such a good job, and they have so many guys that are starting to swing the bats well, that they're getting the starting pitcher's pitch count up. And that's a good thing in this ballpark because, as you mentioned earlier, the Boston Red Sox bullpen has had its struggles this year.
Cano taking. To give you an idea about the Mariners swinging the bats since the All-Star break, Mariners lead the major leagues. 96 extra base hits, including 57 doubles. It's the best in the game. 38 homers. That's second to Toronto's 42. Mr. Martinez has had a factor in this. Betts being challenged, going back in the triangle, makes a catch on the warning track. Cano gave it a good ride, but it's an out, 2 down.
While you were giving those numbers, shot of Edgar Martinez top rail, that's where he'll be when the Mariners are hitting. I think it's safe to say he's had an impact.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best.
When you played with him here, I guess I'm gonna just guess that he rattled a few off the wall.
You bet.
And I bet it was loud the way he hit line drives. Here's Seth Smith. Seth, the right fielder today.
Well, above the scoreboard out in left field, it's metal out there, and there are a lot of dents in that, and Edgar certainly owns a number of them. There's a look at it. There's dents all over that.
Yep. Tell you what, it's loud in there too. First or second year here, Rick Riz and I went out there, and all of a sudden we started hearing this pounding. It was Terry Francona. They knew it would get us. I'm like, what the heck is that?
I thought it was neat today mentioning that Gary Hill, working on the radio side with Rick Riz, his first time going out, he was able to go out into the Green Monster and look around.
I hope he took a bunch of pictures.
I'm sure he did.
1-1 to Seth, 0 for his last 6, looking to break out. You got a set camera there. Got some great views here.
Next pitch will be 25 for Joe Kelly here in the first.
He's struggling. 2-1, 2 out, a run in, and a runner on.
It looks to me as if he's struggling with his off-speed pitches. The pitches he's thrown for strikes are his fastball, and he has a good fastball tonight. Again, he's topped out at 98, been consistently 95, but his breaking ball and his changeup haven't really been that close to the plate.
2-1 pitch. 2-2. Seth looking for his first base hit since the 4th inning last Sunday against Texas. 2-2 pitch. Full count. Jesus Montero's on deck. Here we go, 3-2. Cruz takes off. Pitch. Ball 4.
He almost hit him with a slider. 3-2. Second walk in the inning. Well, I know it doesn't sound like much, Dave, but the Mariners are now hitting .321 with runners in scoring position. And I think if you look at where they were at prior to the All-Star break, battling to keep it over 200, they've done a lot of good work on that number for them. So hopefully that'll continue to go up.
First pitch to Montero. Ball 1. Count tonight. What's that? 47 games remaining. Can make it a very fun 47 games if that keeps up.
Well, I think it really, obviously, it's going to increase their opportunity to win series, and was a real struggle for them in the first half. You mentioned all the extra base hits they've had lately, best in baseball, but hopefully that will continue. And it's been a run better a game, and that's been the difference for them.
If you look at standings, Mariners one of the hotter teams around, winning 7 of their last 10. 7 of the last 10 ball games. Pitch to Montero. 1-0. Bounced up there. Well, Kelly's got to throw a strike, and Montero needs a mash.
And there you can see it. 30 pitches, 16 strikes for him. Carl Willis making a trip out to the mound, going to have a conversation with Joe Kelly. It's amazing sometimes when you see a guy that has the type of stuff that he has and just struggle the way that he has. When you think about it, with St. Louis and 38 starts with the Cardinals, he was 15-11 with a 3.25 ERA. And with Boston in 28 starts, 8-8 with a 5.23 ERA. So something here is just not working for him.
Montero trying to capitalize here. He's got a 2-0 count with 2 on, 2 outs. Chopper, first baseman Travis Shaw takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. Mariners do get a run. They leave 2, but the home run by Seager has the Mariners off to a good start. Kai with his 17th blast, this 46th RBI. There was no doubt about it. Mariners won. Red Sox coming to bat. Talking with Brian Butterfield, third base coach for the Red Sox. Take a look at the Red Sox batting order that will face Mike Montgomery.
Mookie Betts leading things off, having a good year. 10 home runs for the leadoff hitter. He'll also run 14 stolen bases for him. Then it's Holt, Bogarts, Ortiz, the DH, still getting into 25 home runs for Ortiz. Castillo, Sandoval, Shaw, Hannigan, and Jackie Bradley Jr. last 3 games. He's been a hot hitter, 4.55 average with a home run. And for Montgomery on the year, 4-4 record, 3.25 ERA. 60 strikeouts, 31 walks. Want to stay away from the walks. That's been a problem from him as of late. Opponents hitting just 228.
And first pitch strike to Mookie Betts. Betts establishing himself as an outstanding center fielder. He was an infielder last year when we saw him. And Montgomery out in front 0-2.
For Mike, good fastball. He'll be around 91 miles an hour. Mix in a cutter and a slider, occasional changeup, curveball.
And on his fist, bare hand attempt. Seager safe. Wow. Good speed by Betts.
And a good play by Kyle Seager. I thought he had him. We're talking about the speed of Betts. Again, 10 home runs. Leads the club with 14 stolen bases. And we'll take a look at just a swinging bunt. Kyle will come in, make the barehanded play, gets rid of it quickly with something on it.
First base umpires Ryan Blackney.
And it looks like Lloyd. Yeah, he's going to have him take a look at it.
Blackney will go over with Brian O'Nora, crew chief, in contact with folks at MLB headquarters in Manhattan. The 3-game sweep by the Mariners here last year was the first time that happened. See if they can do it again. Pretty good stretch by Montero.
That is really close, and I'm not sure that we've seen enough yet. Again, he was called safe.
Take another look at it here. Real close. The young man certainly can run, and Seager made a terrific play, and he knew that he had to get rid of it quickly. That's a good play all around. Big game going on in Toronto. Second place Yankees at the first place Blue Jays. Top of second, no score.
Called him out.
Called him out. So Seager comes up with a Gold Glove play. That call overturned. So 1 out here in the first. Kyle Seager, sparkling play. Big help to Montgomery, 1 away. And it brings up Brock Holt. This kid can play anywhere, which we saw last year. Actually, last year when we saw May when they were in Seattle. Good infielder, good outfielder. He's playing in place of Dustin Pedroia, trying to work his way back from the hamstring issue. And Pedroia, speaking to the media before the game, said he hopes to, I think it's an MRI next Friday, a week from today. That review time was at 1:49. That's one of the better times we've had this week. Good hop for Cano. 2 down.
Hey, look at the defense for the Mariners, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Morrison getting the start in left field. Jackson in center. Seth Smith out in right. Kyle Seager at third. Miller and Cano playing up the middle. Jesus Montero at first base. And Jesus Sucre will do the catching. Thought it was interesting. Morrison getting the start in the outfield today. They put him out in left field, much easier place to play. Got to cover a lot of ground in right center field in this ballpark, so they put Morrison in left. You can see the wall right on his back.
Second time, it'll be the third time he's played out there. And he said, when balls hit to the gap, I got to remember to run behind Austin Jackson. Let him get it.
And give yourself plenty of room in case it hits the wall so that you're able to get it, because you're going to see that quite a bit over the next 3 days. You get too close to the wall, it'll bounce off the warning track, go back over your head.
It was interesting watching the Red Sox. I think they were working out Jackie Bradley Jr. out there before the game. And boy, you're not kidding. Various spots where the coaches were hitting the ball. Not every bounce was the same. 3-0. Back with a strike. Jackie Bradley Jr. playing in left field. He was expected to be the center fielder, but Mookie Betts has been just a little bit better. At least got the good throwing arm. Hasn't hit much. Betts has hit almost 100 points more. Down the line, foul. So 3-2 count here. Xander Bogaerts is having a nice year at .314. Big Papi's on deck. Pounded foul. Nice to see Montgomery get a W here. It's been a while. 40 days. July 5th. Last time he got a win, he beat Oakland. Since then, 0-2 with 4 no decisions. And a 5.93 ERA during that span. They're trying to turn that around. 3-2 to Bogaerts. And he'll spike that one. He's aboard. All 4.
I thought it was interesting looking at the Red Sox and their offense. They are 4th in hitting, but 9th in runs scored, 10th in home runs, 10th in slugging. Not the normal Boston Red Sox we're used to seeing. So they're hitting for a good average, but not much power at all.
And then you look at that ERA, dead last at 4.58.
They're below average defensively.
Here's David Ortiz. Coming off a good road trip. Sox went 3-5 in that trip, but he had 5 home runs, 2 on Wednesday at Miami. Tied for 3rd in the majors with 19 home runs since June 11th.
Hitting just .213 against left-handed pitching this year, 6 home runs.
A 1 pitch. Elias Sports Bureau, who does all the stats for Major League Baseball, said that Saturday Ortiz became just the 5th player in big league history, at least 20 doubles and 20 homers in 14 consecutive seasons. Only other player to accomplish that, who else? The Hammer, Henry Aaron, 17 consecutive seasons. Chipper Jones, 14. Rafael Palmeiro, 14. And Manny Ramirez, 14. Montgomery ahead 1-2. Well tagged into the gap. Bogaerts can motor. Getting a wave on at third. Here's the Cano throw. It is not in time. RBI double. David Ortiz tied ball game at 1-1. His 21st double, his 69th run batted in.
And this will be a mistake by Mike. He's ahead in the count, and he throws him a 92-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. And you can see it on our EQC tracer, center cut, and he drives it out to the wall. Watching the outfield during batting practice, and the grass is cut short. It is firm. It will go through the gaps in a hurry.
So you'd get an extra 100 yards in your drives today. Rusney Castillo, the hitter. Is Ortiz ever going to get old?
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh, man. Sucre with a nice block. Ortiz will be 40 in mid-November.
So over 30 pitches for Joe Kelly in the first, and now Mike Montgomery at 20.
That's smoked. Deep right center field. Gone. Rusney Castillo is third. RBI 16 and 17.
Gets the fastball up, out over the plate. You see it belt high. It is on the corner, but he drives it out into the Red Sox bullpen. His third home run of the year.
As you know, because you played here for a lot, and I've done a lot of games here, this can turn into a pinball game in a heartbeat.
No, you're absolutely right. And you have to remember that if you're the team that's behind, like the Mariners are now, you can get runs back in a hurry here.
There's Pablo Sandoval. Miller plants and throws wild. Inning continues.
And it goes into the stands, and he'll get second base.
Kung Fu Panda. He have a couple of rings with the San Francisco Giants. Big free agent signee. Aaron Brad Miller. 2 outs here in the fifth. And that'll bring up Travis Shaw, the seventh man to the plate.
No problem backhanding it. Brad with a strong arm knows he has times. It almost looks like tried to take a little bit off his throw, ease it across the diamond instead of turning it loose. Off the top of Montero's glove and goes into the stands. Rick Waits made a trip out to the mound.
13th error for Brad. That 1-0 lead went away in a hurry, didn't it? And all with 2 outs. 2-out RBI double by Ortiz and a 2-run homer by Castillo.
Started with the walk to Bogarts. 2 outs and then he walked Bogarts.
And how many times have we said that?
It's tough, especially in this ballpark.
There's Travis Shaw, recently called up. And his dad, Jeff Shaw, pretty good pitcher in the major leagues. 1990 to 2001. Shaw, a versatile player, can play first, third, and left field. There's strike 1 and 2. Fouled off Sucre. So 3-1 lead here for Boston in the first inning. These two teams split a 4-game series back in mid-May in Seattle.
And 28 pitches for Mike here in the first.
You mentioned Kelly, 31 pitches. Top half of the inning. Foul ball. Both of these starters right now taking it to a very short stint if this keeps up. So base hit and an E6 for Sandoval. Down the line, going foul.
And another long at bat. 7 pitches so far in this at bat.
Here we go. Ground ball to Seager. And an easy play, but the Red Sox, boy, they return serve in a hurry, don't they? 3 runs on 3 hits, an error, and leave them at 3-1 as we go to the second inning. And our lows never stop improving. And as we take a look at both of these ball clubs, batting average for the Red Sox, they have the edge. Their runs per game, Mariners have hit more home runs and run average is better. Mariners last in runs per game. The Red Sox are 9th in that category. Let's see what Logan Morrison can do to start things off here in the second inning. Bottom third of the order, Morrison, Miller, and Sucre against Joe Kelly. So Montgomery throws 31 pitches, same number that Kelly hit in the top half of the inning.
Well, if you're the Mariners, just keep swinging the bats. Able to score a run in the first on the solo home run by Kyle Seager. But again, Joe Kelly, as you mentioned, threw a lot of pitches in the first. He has struggled here in this ballpark, so just stay after him. Continue to put pressure on him. A couple of walks for him in the first.
He's already behind 2-0.
Yeah, try to take advantage of that.
1 walk issued by Montgomery scored. The 2 walks issued by Kelly did not. Well, he's all over the place. 3-0. Well, we're getting a start in left field tonight. Brad Miller's on deck. Talking to Lomo before the game, says he's excited about playing in left field, not worried. So whatever I can do to help the team. This Lloyd McClendon said that a couple of lefties go on the next 2 days. It's kind of hard to get him in there, so giving him an opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's that, and I think they want to take a real good look at Montero at first base. So Montero will certainly be in the lineup the next few days, as you mentioned, with the 2 lefties going, Miley and Owens.
Foul back. Well, one of the interesting things about it is you look at this ballpark, and we are at a very steep location, high above the field here at Fenway Park. Probably third highest behind Pittsburgh and Washington, is how far the on-deck circles are from the dugout. How far the dugouts are away from home plate. Almost fouls this one off.
Yeah, as a hitter, when you strike out in this ballpark, it is a long walk back to the dugout.
I hear you. And the fans, as you can see, are right on top of you, so you can distinguish each and every voice that's coming right after you.
At the end of 3 days, you'll get to know most of them.
3-2 to Morrison, leading off the Mariners' second, down 3-1.
And another long at bat. Ninth pitch coming up for Logan.
Logan had that great hitting streak back in May. 16 games. What are you seeing now that that you didn't? I mean, what are you not seeing now that we saw back then?
Well, I think it all starts with his stride, and I spoke to him about that, and he was telling me the same thing, that he felt that his stride was a little bit hard, meaning his front foot was basically getting down late, and he was slamming it down, which was causing his head to move. So everything's speeding up, and that's why you can see him late right now on all these fastballs. Earlier on, and even last year when he was hot at the end of the year, we talked about it all the time, how soft his stride was, and it just felt like he's just loading up too much, and it's causing him to be late like that. He's been in a fastball count. He's been getting fastballs, just can't catch up to him, and so he's trying to soften that front foot up a little bit, maybe not get quite as big a load.
It was about this time last year that he took off. Great finish. Sandoval taking a look, gonna play, and he makes it.
Aware of where the stands are, catches it right before the railing.
Have to get your count off your steps here from going into foul territory.
Yeah, when you're the visiting, he's played here enough. The other thing that you'll notice throughout the series on plays like that, watch the fans. They will get out of the way and let their guys make the play. Might not be as nice when Kyle goes over there, but they're very aware of this ballpark and knowing to keep their hands out of the way when their team's trying to make plays. You'll see it a lot.
I wish I had names, but kudos to the fans back at Safeco Field.
Yes.
On the Seager play where he peeled off, but nobody was out there reaching, trying to make the play. I salute you folks. Yeah. Nice job.
Well done, giving him every opportunity to make that play.
Two 2-1 to Brad Miller. Look out. And that's the other dangerous thing because you are so close. Pay attention. Among American League shortstops, only Carlos Correa with 14 and Marcus Semien with 10 of Oakland have more home runs than Brad. It's got 9. And he is dismissed on that pitch. Second strikeout for Joe Kelly, 2 down. Support those who protect our West. Now until August 31st. A portion of every purchase of Coors Banquet will be donated to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Learn more about the foundation and the Protect Our West program at WFFoundation.org. 2 outs, and I bring up Jesus Sucre. He had a smile on his face and a smile of relief after that no-no the other day.
I thought it was great. I heard him talking about how nervous he was about it. Why wouldn't you be? Did a great job, though.
I don't think. I believe. Yeah, he said Kuma didn't shake him off once, and they were on the same page the entire time. But he said, a little weak in the knees, coming down the stretch. Another thing too about that game, Suzuki had an RBI double in the 4th inning. He drove in the 3rd run. It was a good day all around for Jesus. 2-1 count here. And that was the game too. Didn't he take a bunch off the mask? Was that Wednesday's game?
That was the umpire.
Oh, it was the umpire. Okay. Might have been a game before when Jesus, he wore a bunch of them. 2-2 pitch. Count runs full. Austin Jackson hoping to get a shot here in the 2nd inning. He struck out to open up the ballgame. Center field backing up Betts a little bit. And that'll do it. As Kelly goes 1-2-3 in the 2nd. He's got a 3-1 lead. Michelle DeYoung from Renton at the ball game. Their first trip to Fenway Park. Hope they enjoy it. Time now for our UPS Store weekend weather report. 88 mostly sunny tomorrow, 85 and sunny on Sunday. It is, after all, the East Coast in mid-August. And this has got to be a lot better without even looking. It's got to be a lot better than D.C. because D.C.'s always 10, 15 degrees hotter in August than anywhere else on the West Coast, on the East Coast, rather.
Now, this is manageable, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. The humidity factor is not a problem today. Ryan Hannigan going to lead off. Hannigan hitting at .246 with a homer and 9 runs batted in. One-time Cincinnati Red. Pitches for Montgomery in the first inning. Got the first 2 outs, walked Bogarts, gave up an RBI double to Ortiz, and Castillo took him deep for a 2-run homer. This pitch by Montgomery to record a strikeout, his first of the ball game. Take a look at our Delta Airlines. Keep climbing standings. The American League East. Toronto has run down the Yankees, and right now they're scoreless in the top of the third up at Rogers Center. Tampa Bay hanging in. The Orioles 5.5, and the Red Sox way behind. Foul ball off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr.
Amazing the run Toronto has been on. Won 11 in a row.
Burley got the win yesterday. That'll get through the hole. Base hit.
It's been a struggle for him on the year, but again, he's been swinging the bat better over his last 3 games. 455 average with a home run, and he starts this game off with a base hit. His first time up. Fastball middle in, finds a hole on the right side.
And if you're scoring at home, Mr. Burley in that game yesterday got it done in 2 hours and 25 minutes, going 7 innings. Pretty typical.
Yep.
Actually, a little bit slow for him.
Well, the bullpen must have slowed things down.
That's true. Just in the bottom of the second, coming up on an hour. It's Mookie Betts, second time around for him. Thrown out by Seager, play that was challenged and then overturned. Bradley's not run a lot. That's hit hard. Look at it.
They haven't run much as a team. They're 11th in the league in stolen bases.
One behind the Mariners. Mariners have 50. They have 49.
And their lineup tonight, that man, Mookie Betts, is the guy. 14 stolen bases, been caught 4 times.
How come, for your money, what's the reason why we don't see more teams running?
It's a great question. I think it's a little more difficult in this ballpark because you don't want to give away outs running. And especially if you're at the top of the order like he is, and you're going to have, when they're healthy, Pedroia, Ortiz, guys like that coming up. You want to give them a chance to swing the bats.
Ground ball to Seager. There's one. Quick hands by Cano. Not enough to get to Speedy Betts. 2 down. I'm sure you enjoy a summer soundtrack with visuals to match. Join us for the next fireworks night of the season. It's coming up Friday, August 21st next week. So thanks to Seattle City Light and moving 92.5 after the game. We're going to light up the sky with the show set for your favorite songs of the summer. So get your tickets at mariners.com. 2 away. Great speed at first of Mookie Betts. Montgomery gets him back to the bag. The hitter's Brock Holt. Rounded out to Cano his first time.
Watching Betts take his lead over at first. He's trying to get a walking lead. Mike's thrown over a couple of times, but he might be better off just to hold the ball and make him stop. Continuing to inch off there.
At some point, I'd like to see Betts at first with Mr. Beimel on the mound and see what happens. That could be interesting.
That could be interesting. I'm sure we'll see it at some point.
Joe Beimel owns probably the best move in the American League, if not all of baseball. Oakland with an early lead at Baltimore, 1-0. Sucre going out to talk. Beautiful night here in Boston. And even though the Sox are in last place, 14 games under 500, as you mentioned, we were talking earlier, this is a destination. Come to Boston, this is one of the things you got to do. You got to take in a Sox ball game, and this place is jammed.
I can't remember the last time it wasn't a sellout.
Yeah, right? Boston 4th in the American League in attendance, 1.98 million. Behind New York, LA, and Detroit. Taking off his bats. He had a great running start. He's in safely. A little bit of an edge he took there with the ball getting away from Sucre. Bouncing up there.
Not only excellent speed, but the anticipation. As soon as he sees the ball in the dirt, you can see he breaks right away. Strong throw by Sucre, but anticipating the ball being in the dirt and a really good break with some speed, able to get into second.
A wild pitch. He's in scoring position. There you go. They check with third base umpire and crew chief Brian O'Nora. That is a strike.
Just ties him up inside. And he definitely went too far.
Seager takes time, and the Mariners get out of that situation in the second inning. 3-1 Boston. Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. You call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Good flying night for the boys up there. We go to the top of the third and the top of the batting order for the Mariners. Austin Jackson, Kyle Seager, and Nelson Cruz. Austin drives one deep left field. That ball is going to rattle off the 37-foot high green monster for a leadoff double for Austin Jackson. It's his 16th double of the season.
A little bit surprised that Kelly didn't come after him with a fastball right away. 85-mile-an-hour slider Austin ended up striking out in his first at bat, but gets enough of this to hit it off the wall. Kyle Seager ended up getting a fastball his first time up and hit it out into the bullpen, over the bullpen. For Kyle, his 17th home run on the year.
Kelly with 31 pitches in the first inning, 21 in the second. Here comes the 0-1. Seager in the no-hitter on Wednesday went 1 for 3. First inning double. Kelly taking a lot of time. One and two. Kelly, born in Anaheim, California, lives in Corona. Turned 26 this past June 9th. Part of the John Lackey deal. John's over at the Cardinals now. That was at the trade deadline last year. His pitch count is going. Mike will be lucky to see the 5th inning.
No, you're right, and I'm sure that's concerning. But that's been part of the problem for him this year. Last outing he went 5 1/3, 5 innings before that, 3 1/3, 5 1/3, 3 2/3, 5. I mean, that's sheesh.
Get him while he's still here. Center field. Pat setting up to make the throw. Jackson will hold. And there's one out. Hey fans, King Felix. He wants you on his team next year, so join the club right now as a 2016 Mariners season ticket holder. A full season of 20 game plans. You can guarantee your seat to catch the all-star pitcher of the Mariners at Safeco Field next season. For more info, go to mariners.com/16. And we will get a chance to see the King in action tomorrow against these Red Sox. Got a career mark of 3-1. With a 2.60 ERA and 8 starts here in this ballpark. Time called. Cruz walked in a 3-2 pitch. First time up. That was a big swing.
And he had a good pitch to hit. 96 miles an hour, belt high in the middle of the plate. Again, Nelson Cruz trying to extend his hitting streak to 22 games. He's at 21 now.
We have seen him put barrel to ball with great frequency this year. And it has been a blast to watch.
You can really tell on that swing when he fouled the pitch back. We've talked about it. For a guy that has so much power, it's a short swing. Not a lot of movement, not a lot of body movement.
Back up this way.
Similar to the first pitch. But as hard as Kelly is throwing, I would like to see how far he can hit one if he catches up to it.
I-90 is beyond the Green Monster, and if it gets there, maybe it'll hit a car and drive all the way to Seattle. Two balls, two strikes. Longest hitting streaks this season. Right now, Cruz tied with Tulo for the longest in the bigs. Tulo did that during his time in Colorado. Jason Kipnis recently had his stopped back in late June. It was a 2-2 pitch. Got caught in between, struck him out. Third strikeout for Kelly.
Yeah, he's not happy. It was almost if Kelly quick pitched him. He's been taking so much time, especially when he comes set. And then this time he comes set and almost immediately comes to the home plate with a good fastball at 96. And I think it surprised Nelson. See how late that swing was.
You don't see a lot of guys do that anymore.
No, you don't. Nelson's certainly not used to seeing. You can see him turn around and look at the home plate umpire. Alan Porter, the home plate umpire. Nothing wrong with him doing that. It's perfectly legal.
Robbie sent Mookie Betts to the track in deep center field his first time up. Another drive. Deep center field. Long run. He's on the track. Up against the fence, and he makes the catch. Mookie Betts takes an RBI double away from Cano. Great play. And that's why coming into Boston, they talked about him locking up the center field position. This is a former infielder, a terrific athlete, a great catch, and he robs Cano. Joe Kelly, much appreciated. Third coming up, and right now it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag RTNW DataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Making a catch in right field near the line is Seth Smith. 1 out. Bogart's retired.
And good to see a quick out. 46 pitches through the first 2 innings for Mike. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the third. Ortiz did some damage. He had a double his first time up, drove in the first run for the Red Sox. Ended up getting a fastball on a 1-2 count right in the middle of the plate, and he hit it hard out into right center field. Went all the way to the wall.
Bottom three, Toronto now has a 3-0 lead. They'd been no hit for 2 innings by Ivan Nova. Ivan Nova against David Price.
I know he hasn't been playing lately, but Encarnacion, when they get him back, that lineup is as deep as anyone you're going to see.
Foul. Encarnacion had a sac fly to make it 2-0 after about 2 stand, an RBI double, and Justin Smoke had an RBI ground out. So 3-0 Toronto, top of the 4th over the Yankees. Toronto with a half-game lead on New York. Jay's certainly been the story of the last few weeks. Man, oh man, what a run. 2-2 pitch to Big Papi. Hit hard, foul. Detroit and Houston just underway. That's in Houston. Angels at Kansas City. Angels lead at 1-0. Texas 1-0 over Tampa Bay. That's going to get past the shift and into right field for a base hit. 2 for 2 day for Ortiz.
Yeah, he's really heating up on their last 8-game road trip. He hit 5 home runs, and he looked like he was on everything that Mike Montgomery was throwing to him, including that last breaking ball that he hit through the shift.
Let's take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the ball game. This is Rusney Castillo, the young Cuban. Boy, he drove this a long way. Almost had a casualty in the bullpen. You see the guy scooping on the fellow's slip?
I'm going to guess it was a left-handed reliever.
I think you're right.
Easy out there.
Yesterday was National Left-Handers Day. Seriously, it was. I heard a bunch of guys talking about that. That's in on the screws. Back-to-back base hits.
Off-speed pitch in the middle of the plate. So he had a fastball out to right field for a home run, and this time a base hit on a changeup.
Montgomery, some one-out trouble with 2 on here in the 3rd. Pablo Sandoval will be the hitter. Infield hit, reached second on a throwing error by Brad Miller in the 1st. It's a double play ball here. Now he needs a strike.
Great look. Defense straight up with Sandoval hitting. All playing double play depth.
2-0 pitch. Oh, he was laying for that one, wasn't he? Ortiz will cruise home. Right behind him, Castillo to 3rd, getting a wave on. He's going to score. Pablo Sandoval ahead in the count. 2-0, drills a double to left center field. Extends the Red Sox lead to 5-1. 2 for 2 night for Kung Fu Panda, and he's got 37 runs batted in.
This ball is hit hard, and we talked about the outfield. They had a concert here, and you can see how beat up the outfield is. It's really firm and fast out there. Anything in the gap is going to get to the wall. A lot of speed from Castillo scoring from first on that. The Red Sox on the year, 259 hitters with runners in scoring position and 2 for 4 this afternoon or this evening.
Travis Shaw grounded out third base. He drives one. Deep right field. Smitty looking up. Gone. 2-run drop. Travis Shaw's third home run, RBIs 5 and 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive hits. Single, single, double bomb.
And we talked about it with the Red Sox. Rick Waite's a pitching coach making a trip out to the mound. Being very aggressive on fastballs, and this one is elevated again, belt high, out over the plate. Gets just enough of it. That they've struggled this year, but they've played pretty well here at home, as you see Seth Smith going back.
That's the left-hander who was going for it the previous home run.
But just one game under 500 here at home, so they played much better in this ballpark.
So a 2-0 count to Sandoval, and the first pitch to Shaw. So positions 4, 5, 6, and 7 for the Red Sox. Ortiz with an RBI, 2 for Castillo, 2 for Sandoval, and 2 for Shaw.
That group you just mentioned, they are 7 for 8. Couple of home runs, couple of doubles.
Way too much damage.
David Rollins getting loose.
0-1 to Hannigan. Down at 1-1. Bounced up there. Hannigan with Tampa Bay last year after spending the bulk of his big league time from 2007 to 2013 with Cincinnati. Another base hit. 5 consecutive base hits. On the road, traveling, and want to watch your Mariners? Subscribe to MLB.TV Premium for live or on demand on over 400 devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, and more. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Another base hit. 2 for 2 night for Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yeah, Lloyd quickly out of the dugout. He is going to get David Rollins out of the bullpen.
6 consecutive hits, 1 out. With 4 runs in, couple of runners on, and Mike Montgomery can't get out of the third. Pitching change. David Rollins will take over. Ugly score, 7-1 Boston. BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Flash. By AM/PM, too much good stuff. By Honda, get a dream deal on your favorite Honda now at your Honda dealer. Beautiful night here in Boston. Score not so pretty right now as the Mariners make a pitching change. Mike Montgomery sent to an early shower. It will be going shortly, 2 1/3 innings. And he got racked for 10 hits. 6 of them in this inning, and David Rollins will take over.
10 appearances for David, a high ERA, 7.82 and 12 2/3. He has 10 strikeouts, 6 walks. Want to stay away from the walks. It's a good fastball, and one of the keys to this game and this series, you got to pitch inside, Dave. You have to pitch inside. It's difficult because that monster's so close, but if you just keep throwing balls out over the plate, it's easy for them to get extended on, and we've seen a lot of that, the 10 hits that the Red Sox have, the majority of those pitches out over the plate. There's another one out over the plate. You can see how aggressive he was on it.
Mookie Betts 0 for 2, ground out. Reached on a fielder's choice. From Rollins. Cano barely has to move. Infield fly was in effect. 2 outs. And that'll bring up the 9th man to the plate here in the 3rd inning. The guy they call the Brock Star, Brock Holt. 0 for 2, couple of groundouts. Inning started innocently enough. Bogart's first pitch flying out right field, but then single, 2-run double, 2-run homer, single. And Papa. Red Sox off a road trip in which they went 3-5. They went 1-3 in New York, 2-1 in Detroit, 0-2 in Miami. Ball center field. Going back Jackson. He's under it. Leaping. Can't get it. 2-run score. Holt to 3rd. And they'll stop him right there. 2-run triple. 2-0 count. Fifth triple of the season for Holt. RBIs 30 and 31.
Yeah, I think this one fools Austin Jackson. Gives it a good ride, but Austin, when he went for the leap, he still had probably another step or two before he was going to reach the wall as it goes over his head, trying to time his jump. And with that triple, you can close the book on Mike Montgomery. 2 1/3, 10 hits, 9 runs, all of them earned.
Ouch. 10th man to the plate here, Bogarts. This is his 2nd time around. Bogarts 0 for 1, walk and run scored. That'll end the multi-damage inning. Red Sox, man, did they go nuts there. 6 runs in the inning for a 9-1 lead. Catch. And this is a terrific effort by Mookie Betts. Look at this. Mookie Betts has twice taken away extra base hits from Cano this evening.
He looks like he's going to be a good player.
10
home runs, 14 stolen bases, and covers a lot of ground out in center field.
Well, we talked about games turning into pinball contest here at Fenway Park. The Mariners got to respond here. Seth Smith to lead it off here in the fourth against Joe Kelly. Kelly 65 pitches through the first 3 innings. Mariners managing just to run on 2 hits. One, 2. Smith followed by Montero and Logan Morrison. Joe Kelly struck out 3, walked 2. 2 walks in the first inning didn't hurt him. Mariners got the run on a Kyle Seager home run. Montgomery giving up 9 earned runs. His ERA went from 3.25 to 4.14.
I think if you're the Mariners, well, you have to look at it, Dave, as plenty of ball game left. Already 73 pitches for Kelly, and they've had their own issues out in their bullpen. They have really struggled this year.
2-2 to Seth. And he goes. He is out. We'll take a look at our CenturyLink What's Next starters for tomorrow. Felix Hernandez goes against the always excitable Wade Miley. Felix, in the course of his brilliant career, has an 8-3 overall record against the Red Sox, a 3.21 ERA, 3-1 in 8 starts here in Boston. First base umpire ducking. Strike 1 to Montero.
I think it'll be interesting to watch Felix here the rest of the way. He still has a chance to win 20. I think he's going to go at it pretty hard. Typically pitches well here in this ballpark.
One. Fly ball right field. Castillo well positioned. 2 outs. They'll bring up Logan Morrison, head along at bat, and then fouled out to Sandoval. Foul territory, third base side.
And he saw a lot of fastballs, a little bit late on the fastball.
Logan drives one deep right field, but Castillo just in front of the track is there. Kelly has an easy inning. Strikeout, 2 flyouts. And Boston with the lead at 9-1. And time now for a Geico This Date in MLB history. Back in '88, Tigers beat the Red Sox 18-6 at Fenway to snap Boston's record 24-game home winning streak. First big league game played here at Fenway Park, April 20th, 1912. Red Sox took on the New York Highlanders and later changed their name to the Yankees. That was April 20th, the first game played ever here at Fenway. The Red Sox and Harvard University, April 9 of 1912. We just saw this guy, David Ortiz. That's why Boston has the big lead as Montero puts this one away. They sent 10 men to the plate in the fourth inning. Make that the third inning, beg your pardon.
And that's the first time that they've retired Ortiz, even though he lined out right to Montero. It was 2 for 2. Had an RBI and scored a couple of runs, including a double.
Here's Castillo. What a day he's had. 2-run homer in the first. Base hit to left in the third and scored a run. He scored twice. David Rollins on in relief of Mike Montgomery. Couldn't get out of the third. Mike's numbers not good tonight. 2 1/3, 10 hits, 9 runs, all earned. A walk and a strikeout. Foul back. Mariners run coming on a Kyle Seager home run. He was the second man up. Open up the ball game. Jackson opened the game striking out on a 1-2 pitch. Kyle on a 1-2 count. Then a homer to right. Till that hurt, we could hear it all the way up here.
He has the shin guard on. Wonder if he hit it above it. Trainer Torey Lovello now running the ball club out of the dugout. He's pointing to the top of his foot. And then we'll take a look at the replay right off the top of his foot. Yeah, you can see it right there.
Torey Lovello running the ball club because earlier today at 4:21 in the news conference, daily news conference, John Farrell revealed that he has lymphoma. Went in for a Monday operation, had a hernia. Was ready to go back to work Tuesday. Doctor sent him home, and he came up with the news that they had taken out a big mass during the course of the operation, stage 1 lymphoma. And Torrey will run the ball club for the remainder of the season. John Farrell's chemo is going to start on Tuesday. Expected to go about 9 weeks. And John Farrell talking about, I feel extremely fortunate. It's a fast growing, aggressive tumor. Somebody asked him is he going to be back next year? He says, I hope I'm going to be back. He says, the thing that stinks is not being here in this capacity as manager. So there's no alternative. You have confidence in world-class surgeons. And those are the people who said the only way to get after it is to attack it. So I'm riding with them.
And it looks like Castillo will stay in the game.
Castillo recently called up from Pawtucket, the AAA affiliate, on the 27th of July. Thought he'd come back with the same pitch. He fouled off his foot.
Little cutter inside.
Yep.
Looks like they're setting up in there now.
Two and two. Seager's home run in the first, but then Boston answers with 3 in the bottom of the first, then 6 in the home third. So full count. Carlos Sandoval on deck. He's 2 for 2. Strike 3 called. Got him. So Rollins gets his first strikeout. Hey kids, head back to school in style with a Mariners backpack. Thanks to Boeing. It's free to all youngsters on Sunday, August 23rd as part of Salute to Kids Day at Safeco Field. Pick up tickets for the entire family right now at any Mariners team store or mariners.com. 2 outs here in the fourth. A lot of kids at the ball game here today, and a bunch of little leaguers. Big part of the first pitch. Sandoval way out in front.
Sandoval 2 for 2 tonight. Had a double his last time up. He's driven in 2 runs, scored a run.
Had to fend that one off. The RBI count tonight for Boston: 2 for Holt, 1 for Ortiz, 2 for Castillo, 2 for Sandoval, and 2 for Shaw. Two and 2 to Sandoval. Mariners right now have been held to 2 hits. No runs on 2 hits by Joe Kelly. The Seager home run and the Austin Jackson double. Right to Cano. 1, 2, 3. Go the Red Sox in the fourth. Nice work by David Rollins. 9-1 Boston. history made there, and this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. The musket demonstration at Minuteman National Park. A couple of changes for the Red Sox. Alejandro Diaz takes over in left field. We knew him from the Chicago White Sox. And Jackie Bradley Jr. moves over to right field. Castillo is out of the ball game. Here's Brad Miller.
Joe Kelly has had to throw a lot of pitches to get here into the fifth inning, but still throwing hard. That last fastball at 96 miles an hour.
He has really settled down here after that long first inning. 31 pitches, 21 in the second, 13 in the third, 10 in the fourth. 2-1 to Brad Miller, followed by Jesus Sucre and Austin Jackson.
And you can see his pitch counts by inning. 31 in the first, 21 in the second. As Dave mentions, really settled down, getting better command of his fastball.
Right to the shortstop, Bogaerts. One away. Want to win tickets to Robinson Cano bobblehead night on Saturday, August 22nd? We'll text Cano to 71532, and you could win 2 tickets to the Commissioner's Box, plus your very own 7-inch collectible of the All-Star second baseman. Here's Jesus Sucre, flied out to center field in his first at bat. Pitch. Popped up. Bogaerts stays with it. 2 outs. Top of the order, and Austin Jackson.
Seeing Sucre pop out right there. One of the things that is hopefully going to be an advantage for the Mariners is Mike Zunino getting some time off. He didn't play on Wednesday. Sucre caught the no-hitter, had yesterday off, and getting tonight off also. So that's the first time he has caught a lot of baseball games this year. So hopefully some time off. Let his legs recover and work on some of his hitting.
Mike's played in 103 of these 115 games. Started a lot of them, a lot of times. Sucre will get a start, and see Mike as a late inning replacement.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at now, but I know at one point recently I looked and he was leading the American League in innings caught.
Wow. Jackson behind 0-2.
Austin had a double his last time up, hit the monster. 1 for 2 tonight.
Kelly dropped down, a little sidearm on him, and that's a fair ball. Ricochet Sutton, fan touched it. So that should be and will be a double. A couple of doubles here for Austin. 2 for 3 night. He's got 17 doubles on the season. So we take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. This road trip will take us to Texas and then back home. A day off at home next Thursday. White Sox will come into town, followed by the Oakland Athletics. It'll be our first look at the Chicago White Sox. And fireworks a week from tonight at Safeco Field. Here's Seager. Homer and a fly to center.
Not a lot of opportunities for the Mariners tonight. Just 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position.
Toronto's still in front of the Yankees now. 3-0, top of the 6th. David Price on the mound for the Jays.
Correct myself. 0 for 4.
1-1 to Kyle. Tampa Bay has rallied to take a 3-2 lead at Texas. Oakland leads at Baltimore 4-3. Angels lead at KC 1-0. Detroit, Houston, no score. Bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 to Kyle. Kelly, one of these guys, man gets on second. I know you got to go through different signs with the man on second, but the game just stops.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. Even when he comes set, he holds the ball for a long time. And typically in a game like this, when the score is 9-1, in the middle of your lineup to up, the runner's not going to go anywhere.
Count it 2-1. Two outs, a man at second. Mariners down 9-1. Seager put the Mariners on the board in the first inning with a home run. His 17th, but it's been all Boston since then. 3 in the home first, 6 in the bottom of the 3rd. In that 3rd inning, 10 men to the plate, 6 runs on 7 hits, and they left him in.
90 pitches now for Joe Kelly. His season high is 118 as you look at Nelson Cruz waiting on deck.
Going back is Jackie Bradley Jr. He's there to make the catch. They don't do it. No runs, a hit. No errors, the man left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 9-1 Red Sox. Happy anniversary, Pike. I hope she's on the trip. Travis Shaw leads off, bottom third of the order here for the Sox. Base hit center field.
A lot of Red Sox having a good night. His second base hit, he homered his last time up.
That is 12 hits, and we're only in the 5th inning. Red Sox number 9 in scoring in the American League at 4.23 runs a ball game. They have unleashed here tonight.
7 of the 9 starters now with a base hit.
Ryan Hannigan, strikeout, base hit to right, and a run scored. Three runs in the first for Boston, 6 in the third. 10 men to the plate that inning, 6 runs, 7 hits. Mike Montgomery chased after 2 1/3, 10 hits, 9 runs, all earned.
David has a good fastball tonight, and saw that last pitch in the middle of the plate, able to get away with it, but I think it's more because he's been pitching inside. We talked about that, the pitch before that, right on the inside corner.
One-two pitch. 2-2.
David now at 27 pitches. Nobody throwing in the Mariner pen.
It's a fair ball to Miller on the 5-6 force out. Fielder's choice for Hannigan.
Good play by Kyle. Gets rid of it in a hurry. An accurate throw for Brad Miller. He couldn't get the handle on it. Hannigan, the catcher, does not run well. They have a chance to get the double play, but a good play by Kyle.
Earlier today, Cubbies beat the White Sox 6-5. Got a good game going on in the National League. Good matchup. Pittsburgh and the Mets 1-1. Bottom 7. Two hot teams. Cardinals no score. Top of 4th at home against Miami.
Jackie Bradley Jr. 2 for 2 tonight.
Here's the 0-1. Betts and Bogart's the only starters without a hit. One-two count to Bradley. Started the game in left field, now in right field. Castillo had to leave after fouling the ball off his lower extremities. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Rollins. 2 down here in the 5th. Second K, and try a real triple play. ST Express buses, Link Light Rail, and Sounder trains. Weigh your options at soundtransit.org. Nice panoramic look at Fenway Park. Mariners swept the 3-game series here last August. It was the first time that happened. Had happened in a 3-game set. Betts 0 for 3. Made 2 terrific catches, robbing Cano.
A couple of times out with Rollins. When he first started, he was throwing a lot of fastballs. He's starting to mix it up a little bit more, and I think that's going to make his fastball even better. He's throwing 93 miles an hour. He has a good fastball, and that one right on the outside corner. You can see a changeup. Had a breaking ball at the pitch before that. Makes it so much more difficult on the hitters. They have to look for a number of different pitches, especially if you can locate your fastball.
And pretty well. Deep center field. It's going to clang off the green monster. Hannigan to third. He's going to score, and here's an easy triple. Betts on the board with his first base hit of the night. Picks up an RBI, his 51st. It's his 7th triple of the season, and the Red Sox are in double figures.
I'll take a look at it. Right on the inside corner. Halfway up the wall, and now 8 of the 9 starters have a base hit.
Hannigan, the catcher, he scores from first. Betts with this plus speed, an easy triple. There's hope. Now we're getting to the point where, let's see, Bogaerts, Hannigan, and Bradley, the only starters without at least 1 RBI. Holt tripled in 2 into third, and as I say, interesting to note, 10 men in the 3rd inning. As you pointed out, as we are in the break that inning, club hit for the cycle that inning.
A lot of extra base hits.
Let's see, triples by Holt and Betts. That's 2. You get 2 home runs, Castillo and Shaw. Doubles by Ortiz and Sandoval. All those aforementioned hits, run scoring hits. Ortiz, like in terms of at bats, he's going to hit some numbers here. It's going to kick his contract in to another level for next year at his age 40 season. 25 homers and 69 runs batted in. Two and two. Two pitch, 2 outs. Foul back. Love having a blimp with us here tonight, looking down on this historic ballpark. I-90 just beyond the left field green monster. Ride that baby all the way out to Safeco Field in Seattle. 2-2. Full count. Xander Bogaerts on deck.
And it looks like White going to get loose. 43 pitches now for Rollins.
3-2. Down the line, trouble. Bounce into the stands. Ground rule, RBI double. Brock Holt having a night. Driven in 3. Boy, they have unleashed an offense here tonight.
And Rick waits quickly out of the dugout, trying to buy some time for Whitebay to get loose. 44 pitches for Rollins. Little breaking ball in the middle of the plate. He's able to stay with it. Well, the bullpen should be in good shape. They had Wednesday off because of the no-hitter by Iwakuma yesterday, and yeah, Felix going tomorrow. So Lloyd might give a number of guys an inning's worth of work once Rollins gets out of this inning.
His last 2 runs, RBI hits coming with 2 outs. In print and online. SeattleTimes.com. The Seattle Times delivers deep sports coverage to your desktop, phone, or tablet. Make the most of the season. Visit SeattleTimes.com to subscribe tonight. Here's bullpen action out in deep right field here at Fenway Park beyond the 380 sign. Here's Bogaerts. He looks at ball 1. Walk and a run scored in the first inning. Since then, a fly out to right and a ground out to second. Bounces up there. 2-0. Now Rollins.
Looks to me as if he's out of gas.
Yep.
Not used to throwing this many pitches. Getting close to 50 now at 47. Having a tough time getting the ball down in the zone. That last pitch was like a changeup at 83 miles an hour, 2-0 changeup.
Brock Holt, what a night. 2 for 4 is driven in 3. He's at second base. 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. Three-one. Full count now. Two outs and a 3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball, Seager lost in the lights there for a moment. And throws out Bogaerts. A couple more runs on the board for the Red Sox. They have expanded the lead to 11-1. Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Buy Jack in a Box for a limited time. Try the new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack with melted garlic herb butter from Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Beautiful night, but a long night so far for the Mariners, as DirecTV bringing us beautiful pictures here this evening. It's all Boston right now, and the count's at 11-1. Cruz, Cano, and Seth Smith here in the 6th.
Nelson trying to extend his hitting streak to 22 games. 0 for 1. He walked back in the first inning.
Breaking ball misses, 2-1. It's an impressive run he's on here, Mike.
You can see the 21 games, that's the longest in his career. Tied for the longest this year. And he's hit the ball hard. He's done a lot of damage over the 21 games. It's not just picking up a base hit here and there.
You don't see many power guys start the day. 3rd batting average. Leads the league in homers. Total bases, 2nd in hits. Tied for 7th in runs batted in. Also #1 hitter at road batting average at 335. Off speed pitch by Kelly gets him. 2nd time he's been a strikeout victim for Kelly tonight. That's his 5th. See if Cano can hit it anywhere but in the vicinity of Mookie Betts in center field. Robbie has hit the ball hard twice. First time on the track it was run down by Betts, and the 2nd time he crashed into the wall in the 3rd. A terrific catch. Three hits for the Mariners, and they are well separated. The Kyle Seager 1st inning homer. A double in the 3rd by Austin Jackson, and the Austin Jackson double fan interference in the 5th down the right field line. Meanwhile, on the Boston side of things, the only players without RBIs, Bogarts, Hannigan, and Bradley. But Hannigan scored twice, Bradley scored once, and Bogarts scored once. Outside to Robbie, 1-1. Drive towards the green monster. Rattles it off as Betts will get it in. And Cano 3 times now has got the barrel to the baseball. This time he's got something to show for it, a double. It's his 28th of the season.
Going to have a pinch runner, Marte coming out to run for him. As you take a look at this double, one way to keep Betts from catching it, and it's so far up on the monster.
Marte will pinch run. I like the run that Cano's been on since mid-June. It's been really fun to watch.
Yeah, he's really hit the ball hard.
Seth Smith a walk and a strikeout tonight. Strike one to Seth. Detroit leads at Houston 1-0 top of 4th. Angels still ahead of KC 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Oakland by 1, 4-3, mid 7th. at Baltimore, and Texas trailing at home to Tampa Bay 3-2. Toronto leads the Yankees still. That's bottom of the 7th, 3-0 Jays. Blue Jays trying to make it a dozen. An even dozen wins consecutive here as they look to open up a 1.5 lead on the Yankees. Torey Lovullo will run this Red Sox ball club the rest of the season. Lymphoma, diagnosis on manager John Farrell, and the news conference today was quite moving. And David Ortiz and Dustin Pedroia were in the room with him. Farrell had to hold back tears a couple times. Took a big head of water, but stayed strong, and he's very optimistic. They got it. It's only, but it was stage 1 lymphoma. And Smith down swinging. 2 away, 6 strikeouts for Kelly. Time now for T-Mobile Data Strong fan photo of the game. And here it is. Renee sending in her photo. Got her Mariner gear on.
Montero 0 for 2 today. And a ground out, fly out to right field.
Marte pinch running for Cano, who doubled. He's at second. There's 2 away. Oof, that one got Hannigan flush.
Pretty good fastball still at 97. Fouled straight back into his mask. We'll take a look at the swing by Montero. A little bit late.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Going to feel that one.
Brock Holt takes care of this. Quiet inning for the Mariners in the 6th. They trail by the count of 11-1. Ortiz, and what a career he's had. 9-time All-Star, MVP in a 13 World Series, 7-time Edgar Martinez Award winner. As a DH, first in home runs, ribbies, runs, hits, and walks. 14 consecutive seasons with 20-plus home runs. Closing in on 500 home runs. He's at 492, and he's going to lead off here in the 6th.
Great numbers for him, and just tells part of the story. All the clutch base hits and home runs that he's come up through the years with Boston. Postseason work that he has done.
3-time world champion. Marte stays in at second base. Came in for Cano, pinch runner, and Michael Guipe is the new pitcher. Poppy drives one, and it's going to stay in the yard. Hit it in a triangle. Catch made by Austin Jackson, one away. Thankfully, he didn't turn on that a little bit more.
For Guipe, 7 appearances, 6.97 ERA, 10 1/3, 7 strikeouts, a couple of walks. Opponents hitting .333. He's given up 3 home runs. Alejandro Diaz going to get his first at bat of the night. Came into the game for Castillo. Castillo had started in right field. Now it'll be Diaz.
Long-time White Sox. Abundanza tonight here for the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox 4th in batting in the American League, 9th in scoring, 10th in home runs, and 10th in slugging. But they're letting it all hang out here tonight. Veteran left-hander Craig Breslow heating up in the Boston bullpen. David Price sticking it to the Yankees. Through 7, 8 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts.
What a difference. Put him at the top of that rotation. Get Tulowitzki in the middle of your lineup.
Bullpen's been shored up.
Mark Lowe's helped him.
Yep. And how many zeros is he going to have at the end of his next contract? His free agent at the end of the season. Look out.
Greg Breslow, veteran left-hander, getting loose.
Base hit for Diaz. Stick around after the game. Mariners post game presented by Delta Airlines will come your way. Angie and Bill will join you. Long night for Lloyd and the boys here tonight. 6th inning.
Boston 15 hits, 11 runs.
There's Sandoval. Infield hit, 2-run double and a ground out. White Bay ready, 0-1 pitch. Foul off again.
Sandoval helping him out. Look at those pitches well off the plate away. Being aggressive.
0-2 pitch. Out there a little farther. One out, one on. Here is the pitch, and this one is in deep to left. Lomo back up against the fence. Can't get it. Piazza is motoring around. He scores. RBI double for Sandoval. His second double, his third RBI, his third hit. And it's a 12-1 Red Sox lead.
It's like a changeup off the plate away, and he just goes with it. Never saw a strike, but he picks up a double as Logan tries to go up on the monster to get it right above his glove.
Mike Zunino had started this game. I think it's safe to say that Sucre might have got an opportunity to pitch for the second time in his career.
Yeah, I think that there's probably still a couple of guys out in the pen that could use a little bit of work. Again, they've had a couple of days off in the pen, and yeah, Felix going tomorrow.
Travis Shaw, 2-run homer in the third, base hit the center in the fifth, 2 for 3. High fly ball, medium center field. Jackson under it. 2 outs here in the Boston sixth. Aerial coverage, and it's been outstanding. Brought to you by DirecTV. Call yourself a sports fan. Got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Hannigan, fourth plate appearance, strikeout, single run scored, and reached on a fielder's choice and scored from first. Triple by Betts. The middle, another base hit. Hannigan with a knock to second. Holding at third is Sandoval. Guipe getting touched up. 1, 2, 3 hits this inning. Saturday the 22nd, number 22 will take over Safeco Field in bobblehead form. Join us for Robinson Cano bobblehead night when the Mariners host the White Sox at 6:10. Thanks to Root Sport, this collectible is free to the first 20,000 fans. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Brings up Jackie Bradley Jr. He's got 2 hits tonight. A run scored, 2 for 3.
17 hits.
It's ridiculous.
Working here in the sixth.
Ball 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners are run in.
Wow, not sure how Sucre was able to catch that.
And how Bradley was able to get out of the way. Good point. Sheesh. Two and two, 2 out, 2 on. Oh, my drive. Fair ball into the stands. Ground rule double, another run scored. So Bradley checks in with his 3rd hit and his first RBI tonight. They're just teeing off.
Second ball we've seen bounce off the warning track and go into the stands. That's common here. And yet another double for the Red Sox. Rick waits out at the mound, talking to Michael. The Red Sox this evening have them now 7 for 13 with runners in scoring position.
5 doubles tonight as well. And with 2 outs, 7th man to the plate coming up. Mookie Betts, he got on the RBI train last time up. Triple. Deep left center field off the green monster. 13-1. Look out. Foul ball.
Greg Breslow, left-hander, former Oakland Athletic. He's had plenty of time to get loose out in the pen.
No one comes to get this one. And throws out Mookie Betts. But more damage done by the Red Sox. 2 more on the board. It's 13-1 Boston. with the no-hitter on Wednesday against the Baltimore Orioles. Outstanding job. It's the final out of the ball game. Austin Jackson with the catch. And Iwakuma, that's his first complete game, too, in addition to being his first no-hitter.
That's hard to believe when you figure out how efficient he is typically. Fourth no-hitter this season. First American League no-hitter since Felix threw the perfect game in 2012. And the second Japanese-born pitcher to throw a no-hitter in MLB history. Hideo Nomo did it with the Dodgers back in '96. That was against the Rockies in Colorado.
So congratulations to Hisashi Iwakuma. The Japanese media here in Boston were still all aflutter seeing Iwakuma. Craig Breslow takes over.
4.43 ERA for Breslow, veteran left-hander. Opponents hitting .280. He's given up 8 home runs. He will get the bottom of the lineup. Morrison, Miller, and Sucre due up.
Logan Morrison to lead it off. Brad Miller, Jesus Sucre to follow. Cuomo tonight is fouled out to third, flied out to right. Breslow joined the Red Sox back in the 2012 season, coming over from Arizona. Prior to that, 3 years with Oakland, year and change with Minnesota, part of a season with Cleveland. He was with Boston back in '06 and San Diego in '05. Cuomo, line drive, right field. Jackie Bradley's there. Let's check in with Angie Mentink. All right, Angie, thank you very much. One out here in the 7th. Brad Miller strikeout looking at a ground out tonight. 6th overall season with the Red Sox for Breslow as Miller drives one into center field for a base hit. Just the 5th Mariner base hit. They've not had a multi-hit inning yet. Still looking for one. Game got off to a good start. There's the bullpen. 13 and a third innings. 19 hits, 13 earned runs. One of the reasons why they are 14 games under 500 coming into tonight's contest. Striking the outside corners is Alan Porter to Jesus Sucre.
Problem is when you get into these kind of games,
right?
Alan Porter, he's been around a little bit. You're going to see the play. We've already seen it the last inning or so. A little bit wider.
Yep. The operative phrase, keep it moving, boys. Breslow recently celebrated his 35th birthday 6 days ago.
I think the home plate umpire, Alan Porter, has played some baseball. Have you seen him throw the ball back?
Oh, he's got a good arm.
Yeah. Looks natural, too. Ortiz with a good night tonight. He continues to hurt Mariner pitching. Couple of hits, an RBI, scored a couple of runs.
Coming in a few steps is Betts. 2 down. Time now for CenturyLink What's Next, and a reminder that tomorrow will be a Saturday King Felix Day. He takes on Wade Miley. Felix with a 3-1 career record in 8 starts here at Fenway Park. 2.60 ERA. And overall 8-3 against the Red Sox with a 3.21.
Coverage will start at 10 Pacific tomorrow. And Lloyd wants to see a good one out of him after this one tonight.
Oh, man, you know it. It's hanging up in the air for Bradley Jr. And the inning comes to an end. Home 7th coming up, 13-1 Sox. How will Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list? Play today. If you do win the lottery, come here to Boston. Faneuil Hall, Quincy Market. Check that out. One of the many, many great attractions here in the great city of Boston. We are up above, let's see, let's wave. There we are. We're above to the left of the F in Fenway. We're waving right there. The white shirts. High atop. This height location of the media box is 3rd behind Pittsburgh and Washington. I remember a long time, 20 years ago, this was down lower. I was doing baseball for ESPN. It was down in the mid-level. It's since moved it up.
Selling more seats, Dave. Selling more
amen.
seats.
That's the name of the game. Commerce, baby. Bottom line.
I think Lloyd would like to see White Bay have a quick inning. He had to throw 26 pitches in the last inning.
Rockhold has been a terror last 2 times up. RBI double and a 2-run triple. Rockhold, Bogarts, and Ortiz coming up here in the 7th. Mariners run coming on a Kyle Seager first inning homer. Tonight, the true definition of hits scattered. 5 of them for the Mariners. Not one multi-hit inning yet. Here's Marte getting an opportunity. Took over as pinch runner for Cano back in the 6th. 37.5 feet high. It's the Green Monster. They put some seats on top of it. You were talking about tickets and bottom line.
Yeah.
Put those babies in a while ago, and they go like hotcakes.
Yeah, they weren't there when I used to come in here to play. Put those in not too long ago.
And they have as many tours going through this ballpark as any park we've seen in major leagues. And I think those seats are not that old either. Here's Bogaerts, 0 for 3. Red Sox ball club, they can pack them in here. A little under 35 thou they hold here. One to Bogaerts. White Bay, the third pitcher for the Mariners tonight. Mike Montgomery got lit up, 2 1/3, 10 hits, 9 runs, all earned. David Rollins, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Austin Jackson is right there. Give you a feel for what it looks like in right field. Get a nice bang for your entertainment dollar. A lot of expansion. And we go back. The first time I remember watching this ballpark was in the '67 World Series. They took the Cardinals to 7. If you would put a picture of those years up compared to now, you'd see a tremendous difference. Notre Dame's going to play BC in football later on this season. Play them here. Patriots, their early days, played a lot of their games here.
Might have to wander out to center field in the seats that are underneath the diamond vision out there and just see how far away that actually is, because it looks like it's a long way away out in center.
That one got away. 2-0. Patriots football was played here from 1963 to 1968. The great fullback Jim Nantz played here. Gino Cappelletti played here. Babe Parilli. Great names from the old American Football League. 3-0 to Big Papi.
For Michael, if I were him, I would really concentrate on locating this fastball. Ortiz has been hot on their recent road trip, hit 5 home runs, has a couple of hits tonight.
And he'll take his base. Mariners are offering a great lineup of special group events, and you can join the fun, whether it's college nights, Oktoberfest, or guys' night out. You'll enjoy a great outing at the ballpark at a discounted price. For tickets and a list of other exciting events this season, log on to mariners.com/special events. Alejandro Diaz entered the game left field in the 5th inning after Castillo took a pitch, fouled the ball off his foot. That one gets off the glove of Sucre for a pass ball. Moving down to second, David Ortiz.
And it looks like Rob Rasmussen, the left-hander, getting loose in the Mariner pen. White Bay now at 40 pitches. There's Rob.
How about this? Top 9. Yankees now lead 4-3 at Toronto. David Price left with a 3-1 lead. Three-run homer by Carlos Beltran, top of the 8th, to give the Yankees the 4-3 lead.
Rick Waite's looking on. He's had to make a number of trips out to the mound this evening.
Yep, more than he wanted to. 2-1 pitch here. Kansas City a 3-1 lead on the Angels now. Oakland trailing at Baltimore 6-4, and the Rangers trail 3-2 at home to Texas, to Tampa Bay, beg your pardon. And Detroit leads at Houston 1-0. Three-two pitch. Bounce foul. Two outs with Ortiz at second. 3-2 pitch. It has been all Red Sox tonight. 3 in the first, 6 in the third, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. Hit pretty well. Bangs off the Green Monster. RBI double for Diaz. So he comes into the game and goes 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored as he drives home Ortiz, who scores for the 3rd time tonight. And it looks like Boston's got 2 touchdowns on the board here this evening.
Lloyd McClendon out of the dugout. He's going to make a pitching change. It'll be Rob Rasmussen.
Take a timeout. Be right back to Fenway. Walk around, get your mileage in. Area coverage Brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. The Hub City, Boston, Massachusetts. Temperature was really good today. It was 84 at first pitch at 7:13, and humidity not much of a factor, which is rare in an East Coast city in the middle of August. Rob Rasmussen takes over, 2 outs, runner at second, a run in.
Kind of interesting. Sandoval started the season as a switch hitter, but now he's strictly hitting left-handed. He started the year off hitting right-handed, 2 for 41.
Ouch.
For an .049 batting average, so that ended that. He just hits left-handed now.
He's certainly done all right tonight. He's got 3 hits and 3 runs batted in.
And he has a good count to hit in.
And that's been the theme all night. Go back and look at a lot of these hits. 2-0 counts, 2-1 counts. And like he did right there, we've seen guys jumping out of their shoes.
Aggressive swings. Numbers for Rob, just 6 appearances for him on the year. 4 2/3. 4 strikeouts. He hasn't walked anybody yet.
Evens the count at 2-2.
Season high, 14 runs allowed.
That game was at Houston. That was when Phillies gave up 8 in the first inning. 2-2, 2 out, runner at second. Miguel Cabrera activated for today's game. Right now, Detroit and Houston tied 1-1, bottom 5 in Houston. Long night for the skipper. This damage coming here in the 7th with 2 outs. Seager's under it. That'll do it. They get a run on 1 hit, no errors, and leave a man. 7 complete. The score says it all. Walker on the right. We take a look at our Arco top performer. And last time out, you know about Iwakuma. Throws the no-hitter against the Orioles in Taiwan. Not too shabby. 9 innings, a 1-hit ball at the Twins. Taiwan has had several moments of sheer brilliance this year. Youngster got a chance to be a terrific pitcher for a long time. And Iwakuma, 34 years old, keep him healthy. He can get a lot of starts coming down the stretch here. Add to his totals.
Josh Rutledge will take over at third base. Sandoval out of the game. A chance to watch Felix pitch tomorrow. Kyle 1 for 3 tonight. It's the Mariners' 1 run, his 17th home run on the year, hit it in the first inning. Nelson Cruz waiting on deck. Nelson trying to continue his hitting streak. It's at 21 games, and this will probably be his last at bat.
Craig Breslow on the mound, a Yaley, 2002. Degrees, not degree, degrees in molecular biophysics and biochemistry. And I hope the State Department has already recruited him. That's good stuff.
He's probably enjoying his time here. Harvard close by.
One thing to have it, I mean, it's, I always marvel. I know some friends who are double majors, but double major in that, molecular biophysics and biochemistry. I'm tipping a cap.
I think you need to. I mean, what else are you going to do?
4 years, get out of Yale?
Yeah.
That's good work.
Very good.
Popped up Hannigan. He's got to play. Ooh, the bat was in the way, and he could feel it, and he was probably being told by Rutledge. Thankfully, he didn't suffer any injuries there. He's frustrated. Catchers take a lot of pride in making those plays.
They do, but he was having to dance around the weighted bat on the on-deck circle for the Mariners.
Toronto trying to stage a comeback at home, down 4-3, 1-out runners at second and third with Andrew Miller on the mound. Battle for first place in the American League East. Red Sox doing all this damage tonight. They've got Hanley Ramirez out with a foot injury, hammy injury to Dustin Pedroia. Carl Willis, he was sweating out the first inning. Joe Kelly threw 31 pitches from the Mariner pitching coach, but boy, things turn around. Kyle lines one foul. And he gives, on that missed pop-up, they scored an E2 on Hannigan, so they say he should have had it.
I thought he did a pretty good job not to turn an ankle.
Well, they must be going nuts in Toronto. 2 out, second and third. Bottom 9 down 4-3.
You know who's up?
I know Andrew Miller's on the mound.
Hey, what a year he's had.
Right? Seager. Drive deep to right. And it's going to be caught. Wow, what a running catch by Jackie Bradley Jr. taking away a home run from Kyle Seager. Well, he went back in that ball very nicely. Long run.
Pretty casual, really. Thought he had it all the way, and he does. Takes a look at the wall, jump up to make sure he gets the fans' hands out of the way, and able to make the catch. Let's see if Nelson Cruz can get a base hit right here.
1-0 pitch to Nelly. I thought he was going to keep that hitting streak alive. Tough break. So his inning streak's going to end at 21 as he takes a look back at Brock Holt. Great run.
Hits it off the end of the bat. Little soft line drive. Good play by Holt, the second baseman. Marte will get his first at bat. Cano had doubled back in the 6th inning, and Marte came on as a pinch runner.
One one to Marte. Two and one. Two outs and a 2-1 pitch. It fouled. Two and two. Two out, nobody on. All Boston. 14-1. Out off the end of the bat.
Seth Smith waiting on deck. One of the things that's changed in the game used to be when you get into a game like this, 3-2, you have a rookie at the plate, just throw him a fastball. But in today's game, that's not the case. That was a changeup off the plate away.
A 14-1 lead. Wow. 3-2.
There you
Base
go.
hit. Marte, it's a base hit.
This time he gets the fastball after fouling off the changeup. Solid base hit into left field.
Breslow, let's go through the signs again. Smitty tonight, walk and 2 strikeouts. In there for a strike. Just 1 run tonight. Kyle Seager's home run for the Mariners in the first. Red Sox, they have really done a number here tonight on the Mariner pitcher. 14 runs on 19 hits.
Well, a good count for Seth Smith. See if he can get a fastball 3-1. Breslow really trying to work off the edges of the plate.
3-1. Full count now. Montero's on deck. Two outs, runner at first. Breslow working 3-2 to Seth Smith. Out of back. Three-two pitch, runner goes. Swing and a miss. Inning over. Down in the eighth. 14-1. Boston. And in the third inning, 10 men to the plate, 6 runs on 7 hits, and they left a man.
How about that bottom line? 4 singles, a double, a triple, and a home run.
That's some serious damage.
That was a rough night for Mike Montgomery. He ended up giving up 9 earned runs tonight. Tough one.
Yeah, 2 1/3, 10 hits. And the Yankees come back to win it 4-3 against Toronto. So they jump back into first place by a half game. Carlos Beltran, 3-run homer in the 8th, and Andrew Miller outdueled Troy Tulowitzki with 2 on in the bottom of the 9th. That stung. Deep right field. Smitty going back. Can't get it. Can you believe this? Travis Shaw with his 2nd home run tonight. It's his 3rd hit. It's 15-1. Red Sox. Son of Jeff Shaw, big league pitcher. Hopes that's okay. He hit that wall kind of hard.
You can see his back when he hits the wall, right over the top of his glove, and there you go. So multi RBI nights
Shaw already at 2, so that gives him 3. Sandoval's driven in 3. 2 for Castillo. 3 for Holt. Mookie Betts with an RBI. Ortiz with an RBI and Bradley with an RBI. My goodness, carnage tonight. No Pedroia, no Hanley Ramirez. Second career 2-home run game for Shaw. August 1 against Tampa was the last time he did it. Yeah, the only good thing about a game like this, you don't have to have a week to sit on it like you would in football. Come back at it tomorrow morning.
This is one of those ones where the guys, after the game is over, shower as quickly as they can. They know they have a day game tomorrow and put it behind them. Never really in this one tonight.
Sanchez with a blown save for Toronto. David Price left with a couple of men on. And 2 of those 3 runs of the 3-run homer by Beltran charged David Price. Becky Bradley Jr. He's on after Hennigan strikes out.
3 hits for him on the night. Scored a run, driven in a run. Number 9 hitter for the Red Sox.
On 2 strikes. Most runs Mariners have given up this year. 15 runs.
20 hits, that home run, the 20th hit for Boston.
Hits most allowed by the Mariners this year. That's hit pretty well. Smith has a beat on it. Let's check in with Angie Mente.
Good call.
That is a good call. You're right. 2 outs, a run in on the leadoff homer by Travis Shaw here in the 8th. And here's Mookie Betts again. It's his 6th plate appearance, 6th at bat. RBI triple back in the 5th. Another hit for him.
Bring up Brock Holt. 2 for 5 tonight, 3 groundouts, a couple of double or a triple and a double for him. He's also driven in 3 runs tonight.
Seager taking a look. In good shape. And he makes the play. He's got that thing perfected, doesn't he? A run on the homer by Shaw. A man left. Top 9, 15-1. Sox. Ball. Some for you and some again.
Well, that's right. A lot of highs for the Mariners tonight in the bad way. As you see, Machi's going to take over. 5 appearances for him, only 4 2/3. He's got 6 strikeouts, though. Opponent's hitting .211. Jesus Montero going to lead things off here in the top of the ninth. Montero 0 for 3 tonight.
Right center field, Betts. 1 out.
Logan Morrison 0 for 3. Popped out the third and a couple flyouts to right.
Only run tonight, Kyle Seager. A 1-2 pitch, 1 out, nobody on, first inning. That's it. It's been a thrashing. Got Hannigan. Mariners with just 6 hits tonight. Really is a picket fence along the box score. No multiple hit innings. 37,678. Some stragglers sticking behind to watch the final out. Three and two. Was that you were saying about Mr. Porter?
It's that point in the game, and I would suggest to the hitters to be aggressive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's full in who?
Yeah.
Come on. Three and two to Morrison. Get some green monster action. Betts backing up, and there's Lomo with a one-out double.
Just missed a home run right off the top of the wall. I'll bring up Brad Miller. Brad 1 for 3 as you take a look at it. High up on the wall. Oh.
Brad a strikeout looking, ground out and single to center. Seventh Mariner hit. That double by Morrison. It's his 11th double of the season. One. 0-2. It back.
See the St. Louis ahead of Miami in the 8th, 2-0. They have really been good at home this year, almost unbeatable at home this year.
42 and 17 at home. Mets are 42 and 18 at home. Those are the two best home records in baseball. Hopefully Felix is already back at the hotel and has been there for the last hour and a half. Felix gets a start tomorrow. Two pitch. Bouncing ball to first baseman. Covering as much. And there's two away. Brings up Jesus Sucre, 2 out, runner at second. Top 9.
Sucre pop out to short, couple fly balls out to center field.
Strike one, Jesus. Ball and a strike. Announced crowd of 37,678. Enough to sell out here at Fenway Park. One pitch. Runners down to their final strike here. 2 outs, runner at second. 1-2 count. Those remaining at Fenway rise to their feet. Big applause here. Looking for a strikeout. And the final out. 1-2 pitch to Sucre. Two and two, 2 outs. Sucre wearing number 2 with Morrison at third.
He is taking a lot of time in between pitches.
I was going to say it's bordering on absurd. No, it's flat out absurd. You got a 15-1 lead, dude. Throw the ball over the plate.
Well, you have a veteran in Hannigan, a catcher that just went out to the mound. I'm sure he's telling him that, too.
I mean, seriously.
Let's locate a fastball away and get after it.
Not going to hit a 14-run homer. 2-2 pitch. Not a lot of good things to talk about in this game, but I know Angie and Bill are very skilled at doing post-game work for Mike Blowers. I'm Dave Sims. Mariners post-game presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Angie and Bill.